Hey everyone, this is UC from iTradePrice. I like to put video clips of scalping the E-mini NASDAQ Futures Contracts, right? Mostly scalping videos using different strategies. And in one of the videos that I posted, it was scalp trading on the 1 minute chart, right? And I had this data box open, as you see over here, right? With the ATR, and one of the viewers asked about how do I incorporate the ATR indicator along with the 1 minute chart to take an entry, right? So I thought it would be a good video to make. So here's the right now the market is closed, it's not moving. So but well, we don't want it to move because I'm just going to start explaining it to you. So there's no right or wrong approach. Whatever fits with your mindset, with your understanding, how you want to play it, you can do that, right? So the idea is that so right now what you have is these are 1 minute bars, right? And I have the ATR displayed here with a setting of 14. So what it means is that the past 14 bars, whatever the average range of the past 14 1 minute bars is, that's what you're going to see at that's what the ATR is, current ATR. So the idea is that every bar, for example, right now the ATR is around 15, 16. Okay, one more thing is that I really like to use this strategy after the first 45 minutes or first half an hour, because the market open, everything is wacky, right? The market is trying to find its direction. It's just, giving these crazy, long bars. So it could be just wacky, and you don't want to get caught. You want some movement, some range, but not crazy, right? So you just want some consistency, right? So here is, let's say you started off after 10 o'clock, right? So the current ATR for that time period is like around 19, 16, you can see on the data box, right? So what my strategy is that I'm trying to play a red to green or green to red, right? So what that means is that a particular range of the bar, let's say, for example, current range is 16.4, right? And this bar opened up right here, right? And it went all the way down, then came back up. So my strategy or thinking process is that if the current ATR is 16, right? So that means if it, from the open price, if it goes half of that ATR above the open price or below the open price, I'm going to put if it goes below the open price, I'm going to put my buy stop order, right? Order submitted. Oops, it's not going to do it. So if I'm going to do that, I'm going to, because it's not closed, but anyways, let's just say if it can do one, market is closed, but you'll get the idea, right? So I'm going to put my order. So for example, focus on this bar, right? It opens up right here. So I'm going to put my buy stop order right here in the 1 minute chart. So the idea is if it goes down 8 points, only then I'm going to put a buy stop order, because the idea will be that the ATR range that is currently going on is 16. So if it moves half of that ATR below the open price and comes back up from there, there's a good chance that it can go up few ticks or few points, or at least 8, 7, 5 points above the open price to make it a full range of that bar, which will be 16 or 15 at that any given time, right? But the idea is if it does not execute in that given time period, which is 1 minute, within that 1 minute, you cancel the order and then you wait and do the same thing in the next bar. Okay, so for example, now again, I don't know if the market is not moving. Let me actually go and see if I can play back this thing because NinjaTrader does give me that option to play back this thing. So I'll just have to download the historical data, and then I'll show you. So I'll stop the video here and then I'll put it back on once I'm in that mode. Okay. So here's the session from July 29th, Friday, right? So we're almost like half an hour into the session. You can see all these crazy moves towards the beginning, and now these are 1 minute chart. We have the ATR, and Now we're gonna start to see. So right now the ATR is around 18, 17, 19, right? So we would want the bar to go against us at least 7, 8, or 9 points even, and then we're gonna place the buy order at the open of that, right? Or at least if it runs like half of the ATR, we're gonna try to put it right there. If it runs more than half of the ATR, then we will not. We'll just cancel the order, because the idea would be that if it has already run over and above half of its ATR, then the chances are then when it executes my order, the chances for it to give me at least half of the ATR move that I'm looking for are not going to be that much, right? So you have to cancel the order if it does not get executed within that bar, and then once the new bar opens, you're just gonna wait for it to run half of the ATR and then place a new buy order, right? So right now it did not happen, so we're just gonna I could have canceled it, but looks like this one went from, let's say, 96 all the way to 89. So that's only 7 points, right? So we're not going to put a buy order right now, because we wanted more than, right now the ATR is currently around 18. So we want at least 9 points. Looks like it has already run 9 points now, or slightly more than that. So we can put an order now, right? But if it runs more than that, then it's just, well, looks like it is right now 97. This is 86, 10 points. So, I mean, the risk and reward is not there, because it has run slightly over and above half of its ATR for that particular time period, which is 1 minute, right? So we're just gonna cancel that one order right now, and we're gonna wait for new bar to show up and start forming, right? So we'll see what happens in the next few minutes, but that's how you'll have to do. Just have to participate actively when you're scalping, right? So right now it opened up around 91.50, so we're looking for at least 8 points, something like, let's say, 83, 84, and then we'll place our buy order, right? So we just want the price to go around this area, and then we'll place our buy order right here. The expectation would be that it would at least go half the ATR once our order gets executed, right? So I'm just gonna put our entry, write something like here, and expect it to execute.
Order failed.
All right, so the order got failed. Now let's see. So the idea is to take quick profits. Now, okay, so this template that I'm currently using is not optimized for this one, so I'm just gonna manually move it. Let's say, over here, and just gonna move it over here. So these, you always want to have a stop loss, because in scalping you just don't want big losses, especially if you're playing with bigger size, right? And you want to just take quick profits as they come, right? So now, since you're already in the game, and now let's see, I want to at least,
Target failed.
there you go. So you got the target, you got your first trade, and now you kind of keep on moving, wait for the next bar to form. You're already out. I'm not going to play on this one, because this one already moved and got me out. So we're just going to wait for the new one to form, and we'll keep going, right? So there's no support and resistance. Of course, they can play out if you want to combine them. Overlay support and resistances, intraday support and resistances on top of the strategy, that's fine, but I personally don't do it, because you're just going for a few points in either direction, so it doesn't really matter what you do. But again, it's personal preference, however you want to do that, right? So let's say the new bar opens up. You can even use 2 minutes, 3 minutes, but of course the ATR will kind of depend on that from that perspective, right? So this one opened in 88, it went up till 93, about 5 points. The ATR is around 16, 17. So I want at least 8 points out of that, right? So let's pull a sell stop order. Let's do it like this. So now it has already run about 10 points, right? Which is slightly more than the ATR. So I think it's not a good sell now. If it takes me out here, the ATR is slightly over and above half of what the current ATR is. So I'm just going to cancel this one, right? I'm just going to wait for the new bar to open up and see if it triggers my order. Okay, So let's see, let's check it out for a few more bars, and then we can end this video. Okay, here's the new one. So the ATR for this one was 16, 17. So again, same ATR, around 8 points you're looking for. So this one opened up around 99, right? It's up until 9905. I think that's a good one. You can do that. It's not a bad one. So we'll see what happens. We're just looking for a little bit of push to the downside, and then we can take our profits. This one moved right there. Just want to keep it tight. All right. So let's see, it's gonna give me, and if you can always execute it early, or you know, if you feel that, hey, this is going against because it's bouncing from support, something like that, again, you can just you know, exercise discretion, right? But so whatever makes or you kind of goes with your thought process and what you're looking at that particular period in time, right? But you just want to keep your stop losses tight, because you don't want the position to go a whole lot against you, because you're looking for small wins. Ooh, I could have gotten more, but anyways, that's good. So this is the strategy. Again, play it out, practice it out, see if you like it, see if you can optimize it, improve it, whatever you guys like, and then you can trade it. All right. Hope you guys like it. Thank you.